Welcome back, my duelist friends. Casual Duelist. Couple of things real quick before we do this. Yeah, I guess I kind of pulled a little sneaky. Let me adjust that. I guess I kind of made it sound like there wasn't going to be a second video this Sunday, but yeah, no. The request from our little Mokuba type friend was to do both the Merrick and the Bakura as 3 times structured challenges. And again, I've sort of skewed this one towards a more current play. I don't think this is the way I would have played this when it first originated, especially with the inner conflict skill card also being available. So it is done up a little differently. And also, I recently, within the last week actually, made the decision to actually just trash the gaming channel concept. Now, I do pre-tape a lot of this stuff, so even as far up as maybe even the earlier video for today, as well as yesterday, may have had references asking you to go and check it out. It doesn't exist anymore. I was noticing a trend of unsubscribing and actually a drop in the quality of the channel I wasn't enjoying. And I thought I'd give it all the way through the end of August, but I mean, when I'm filming this, it is currently the 9th. So literally 17 videos and like 9 days in. No, I just don't like the trend. So that is no longer a thing. So don't worry about it. It's just Yu-Gi-Oh! With the weekly not Yu-Gi-Oh! Deck. Until I get, bored of that or figure out something better to put in the place of. Now, for what you guys came here for, there will be no Speed Duel Spotlight this week either because, again, we are doing a second deck profile. And again, viewer requested, so let's check it out. So we are going to be playing as Bakura, and the rule is we can only use the cards from the Bakura portion of the Speed Duel's double structure, which means we also cannot use the 2 actual variant cards, which would have influenced both decks because Santa Claus is pseudo kaiju and works great. And we're allowed to work with up to 3 copies of the Twisted Nightmare structure. So which skill do we pick? It wasn't inner conflict. We're choosing to go into the darkness below, my friends. So what this is going to do, and this is going to make a lot more sense when we get to my spells. Activate this skill during your own main phase. Once per turn, you can discard a normal fiend monster to then use one of the following effects. Draw 1 card, flip this back over. Again, and you could use this every turn. It'd count as an extra draw or as just like a type of card trader, if you would. Or if you have 4 or more fiend normal monsters with different names already in the graveyard, you get to choose to add 1 monster from the deck to the hand. And again, flip this card back over. So again, no matter which way you play it, you guys are going to be reusing the crap out of this, which is, in my opinion, a better use for a casual duelist than just this once per duel type effect. That said, let's go ahead and start off with our monsters. Now, the first one, again, you can't play Bakura without playing his ace monster, the Dark Necrofear. And again, let's see if that'll focus any. Maybe it's just my camera today. But the Dark Necrofear, we'll bring it up a little bit closer, cannot be normal summoned or set. Must first be special summoned from the hand by banishing 3 fiend monsters from the graveyard. So again, this is what we're going to try to tutor. And when we do tutor it, when we do that, we will already have the aforementioned monsters in our discard pile. So we'll be able to play our boss. If this card is in your graveyard because it was destroyed in your monster zone by an opponent's card and sent there this turn, and again, this could be battle or effects, target a face-up monster that the opponent controls, equip this card to that target. While this is equipped to a monster by its own effect, take control of that monster. So on the one hand, we got a great 2,800 points of defense and a actually subpar 2,200 attack. But again, this is a more technical deck. And again, I'm going to show you guys as we go through the cards, not so much the monsters, but as we get into the spells, you guys will probably get this way easier. So let's get into them. a lot of the rest, or all of the rest, are going to be normal monsters. And again, all fiends. So the first one we're going to attack in is going to be a single copy of the Earthbound Spirit. This is one of our good, set and pass moves. Very durable 2k defense. And if he would have been Dark Attribute instead of Earth, I would have put him in a play set and then varied the other names up a little bit. You guys will see here in a minute. We got one copy of the Neck Hunter, because again, normal fiend, dark. Take notice of that. We got one copy of That Which Feeds on Life. Again, really weird stats, 12 by 1,000, 4-star. But again, it looks like that amazing art from like original Yu-Gi-Oh! Where things were almost like more fantasy, less anime. If that's a thing. But again, looks cool. One copy, Earl of Demise. This would be a tribute, a single tribute. It's a Dark Fiend again. 2k attack. So again, this throwaway monster is almost on par with our boss. It's just a matter of who has the effect and who doesn't. 2 copies, Gross Ghost of Fled Dreams. Since we were only able to use the one Earthbound, because again, I do want to have as many multiple names in a discard as possible. This way we can go off the tutor effect with Into the Darkness. The Gross Ghost feeds into this by having a good solid 1800 while maintaining Dark Fiend. So again, very important. 1-2 copies of the Shadow Who Controls the Dark. Again, looks bad, looks amazing. Actually, for those of you who are music fans, kind of reminds me of like the character from the Disturbed music videos. Maybe I'm just showing my age. Again, Dark Fiend, normal. So that is going to be the theme here. And then this way we have an actual offensive capability. The best one that we had in the main deck would be 2 copies of the Whiptail Crow. And again, Dark, Normal, and Fiend. So again, you got to forgive that. So what that's going to be is, it should be like 10 monsters. 3, 6, 10 normal, 2 Necropheres, 12 monsters. We're going to have 6 spells, 2 traps to round it up to the 20. The first spell, and this is one of the reasons why Into the Darkness Below was the biggest pick for me, was 3 copies, quick play spell card, Offerings to the Doomed. Now, one thing I didn't like about doing a structure deck challenge, at least for this, was at first glance, it didn't look like it was going to be too much fun without Book of Moon, because I use Book of Moon and Cosmic Cyclone in like every deck. But because we're able to get a draw every turn through an effect that cannot be targeted by our opponent through the skill card, Offerings to the Doomed actually shines so much stronger in this deck. It's unbelievable. So what we end up doing, target a face-up monster on the field, destroy the target, skip your next draw phase. Again, cool. So we skip the draw phase. I'll draw during the main phase while, getting more names in a discard pile so I could go for my Dark Necrofear. Or maybe it's that late in the game, I'll just go ahead and grab my Dark Necrofear, guys. It's all good. But again, this will help us shut down things. Again, if you're playing and somebody's still running Dragon Caller, go ahead, bop the Lord of Dragons, the Lord of D real quick, and then make the rest of the plays happen as it sees fit. The next spell card is actually going to be an exercise in why they all needed to be Dark Attribute. We're going to be using 3 copies of Veil of Darkness. And I kind of slept on this one the first time round too, I believe. During the draw phase, if you draw a dark monster or monsters, you may reveal any number of them, send those to the graveyard, and then draw 1 more card. Now again, the send would be per copy. You could have multiple copies of this up at a time, but they can all go off the same reveal. So again, if you do have 2, you do draw, Whiptail Crow, whatever. You discard the Whiptail Crow for one of them. It'll let you draw, and then so on and so forth. It's not going to allow you to actually gain extra cards. Each one is going to require you to send cards to draw the extra card. But what this is really going to do for us is speed up Necrofear and synergize with Into the Darkness Below. And that'll bring us to our last 2 cards, our 2 trap cards. And guys, when I say that this structure deck set gave us some of the best cards, real quick, I just want to talk about it. We got Allure of Darkness in the Bakura side. We got the Inner Conflict. We were given Lava Golem, Santa Claus, and this is one of my favorite cards I've seen come into Speed Duel, was 2 copies, Zoma the Spirit. And again, for those of you who are just unaware because you may be new to the game, when you activate this trap card, special summon this card physically in defense mode as an effect monster. Zombie, level 4, dark, 1800 by 500 defense, 1800 attack, 500 defense. Still treated as a trap. And if this card summoned this way is destroyed by battle, inflict damage to the opponent equal to the attack of the monster that destroyed it. So again, while you're setting up for the Necrofear, if they go with something that's just going to barely break Necrofear while it's in the defense of 28, and then they would try to run you for game with like Jinzo or something. Well, not Jinzo. Obviously, Jinzo would stop this, but Jinzo would fall to the Offerings to the Doomed. But any other monster card that would try to run you would also run into the Zoma. And again, depending on how our opponent's playing, this could easily be game. So just keep it in mind. It's a really fun deck. Again, I wouldn't take this one into any tournaments anytime soon. But again, our friend Mokuba, which is what we're going to call him from now on, he enjoys playing this game almost like a board game by making each character's deck, by buying all the different sets and everything. So all throughout the whole GX, he built one for each of the GX skills. They were talking about getting this. So again, I hope that this helped you guys out. And again, you'll be able to recombine a lot of the other cards that you saw within these last 2 decks and make something really amazing and just enjoy the game some more. So this one's for everybody. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I want to thank you guys for taking a moment out of your day to allow me into your day. And if you guys want to support the channel, it's real easy. Like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends. But even if you don't do any of that, I do have one favor to ask of you guys. And that is for you guys to go out, finish out this weekend strong. Go have a good one. And seriously, guys, do something for yourself. Enjoy it. I'll see you guys tomorrow, if you guys show up. And we'll do something with Master Duel. Not sure what yet. Maybe we'll play some story mode or something. Mess around with some decks. Maybe we'll just get into competitive play. Who knows? And then I'm going to have another weird deck for you guys, okay? Okay. You guys have a good one. See you guys later.